And Kanye, to show you how Kanye will do anything for publicity, he brings Marilyn Manson out of that goddamn house. Like Marilyn Manson been living in the neighborhood the whole time. Like they've been roommates.
New neighbor just moved in.
Yeah. It makes it look like it's the Addams Family.
Double Toasted Live in New York is right around the corner, Friday, September 10th, and there are less than 100 tickets left. But I want you to join me for a night of comedy and games, and I want you to get your tickets now before it sells out. So go to doubletoasted.com or go to x1entertainment.com/double-toasted-Brooklyn, and we'll see you there. Hey everyone, support our Patreon, which helps us to continue bringing you our live streams, videos, and podcasts while bringing you new content such as exclusive live streams and animated shorts. Kanye finally dropped that album, Donda. As in, where is the album? He knew this album was going to be so fire that he actually set himself on fire at one of the listening parties. You know, he's been having all these listening parties out there. He's been coming out. One time he came out and just stood there and didn't say nothing. Just looked at people with a stocking over his head. Latest one, he built a replica of his old home and brought it out, and you'll be surprised to know who was living in there. We'll talk about that in a minute. But a lot of people are asking me about the album because I do like Kanye, man, as far as his work goes, but y'all know I've been having some problems with Kanye, and I don't really with Kanye anymore, man. You know, and I'm not trying to, the thing is that when I say that, I'm not trying to cancel Kanye. Look at me, I'm talking about him right now. So I know that, and plus my opinion is just another drop in his $1 billion bucket, so, you know, who cares what I have to say, but since people are asking, you know, I'm here to say my piece, and to be fair, in any discussion that I have about him, I need to listen to the album. I'm not sitting up here and be like, I ain't listened to nothing he's done, because he ain't raped nobody. You know, he hasn't broken any laws or anything. Just, if you ask my opinion, he's just been stupid about some things. But the album, I'm gonna tell you, the album I think is good. I have to listen to it again to say whether it's great or not, but there's some bright moments in there, man. Kanye, you know, he feels like an artist. In that album, he does feel like an artist that is pushing himself. Mm-hmm. The dude will still play with an album after it's released.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he'll take singles down and release a new one, but he's like, nah, that wasn't a real one. He did that, he did that with Life of Pablo. Like, he was that shit. I still think that album's still not officially released yet. Donda, he probably will do it with that. I know it's shot to, you know, of course, it's shot to #1 on Apple Music. Mm-hmm. It's on Spotify, so you can go listen to it, man. I listen to it in some parts. I listen to most of it. Some parts I listen to it in pieces and to get all the way through it. But man, yeah, as an artist, I still do admire Kanye, man. You know, I admire the work that he puts into pushing boundaries of the music. As a hip-hop artist, he does not try to stay confined to one thing, and he incorporates a lot of different genres of music in there, too. You know, he's been on his gospel thing, but, you know, he's done rock and all kind of stuff. So, he knows how to do it in a way where it doesn't, like, take people off guard. The guy's really great at marketing and putting stuff together that appeals to all kind of people. Shit, I still think the funny thing is that I think most of the people that like Kanye, I think most of his audience is white people now.
Yeah.
But he wouldn't be a billionaire unless, you know, people were buying what he was selling, because, you know, I think he's done some shitty things in the past, and I think he's done it for publicity. Now he has no real allure to me. You know, I'm not interested in his album, no matter how great it is. I'm not really interested in his work. I'm just not being, we're all part of the machine of Kanye when we talk about him. And I admit that. I know where I am, and this is as far as I want to go with it. You know, I want to talk about the shit that I think that people just need to be aware of outside of Kanye himself, and just keep reminding people that this dude has done some really shitty things. And as I said, I don't really even blame him for that as the people, because he wouldn't be where he is today as a billionaire. People were not buying what he's selling. And that's, you know, the point I'm getting to here is that outrage is phony. Outrage is false. Outrage it's on every level. Sure. Everybody wants to point to that group or that group or that group that I'm not a part of or that group I don't like. No, you're full of shit too. Phony. Outrage is completely 100% fake, is phony, and you know, everybody's mad about something. Everybody's outraged about something unless it's something that you want. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody want to see that thing punished. Everybody want to see that thing go, oh shit, no, hold on, bring that back. I like that. That fool raped somebody. Ooh, he makes some good movies. Bring that shit back over here. No, man.
I mean, it was 20 years ago. They make excuses.
You know, we're going to talk about the same things that we talk about always with Kanye. You know, Kanye, this is what really got me with Kanye. And it's like, hey, man, I'm kind of done. I'm kind of done with this dude, whether he's doing it for publicity or whether he's doing it because he sincerely feels that way. I think it's kind of messed up. You know, he went out there and he's been swinging by Trump's nuts for a while. Mm-hmm. Talking nonsense in the White House. Pretty much gibberish. I ain't play that clip again because it don't make any sense. Y'all want to decipher that shit, you go right ahead. And y'all know, but the thing that really got to me, and the reason why it's because of Kanye, but it's because of all y'all too. Because y'all know the straight up, just backwards ass, insensitive, and downright stupid things that he said about race and about slavery.
Sure.
When you hear about slavery for 400 years, that sounds like a choice.
I like the way don't say nothing. I like the way the other two guys are like, let's just see where this goes.
Yeah.
I like he says it. It's like a choice, huh?
Right?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Right,
Everybody's
guys?
just like, uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what the?
Yeah,
I like
keep going.
It's a combination of let's see where this goes and what the did you just say?
Yeah.
Like, you was there for 400 years and it's all of y'all?
Like-
It's like we're mentally in prison. I like the word prison because slavery.
Yes, pretty much. Kanye is so progressed. Kanye is now bowed down to his fucking hipster fans so much, his white hipster fans so much that, oh, you know what? No, man, think about it. I mean, back then, it wasn't the chains holding us back. It was our minds. It was like, get the fuck out of here. You a slave to stupidity right now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the chains were there, too.
Yeah. Shit, somebody put a chain on him. Somebody, come and get this boy. And y'all let that slide. It was a big thing for a few days, a few weeks, maybe a few months until, oh, Kanye got some new shit coming. And then y'all let him slide with it, and he did it again.
Well, Harriet Tubman never actually freed the slaves. She just had the slaves go work for other white people.
Do you notice, bro?
What?
Every time you say this stupid shit, the room just stops and looks at you.
Yeah, it's like,
I like the way he was waiting for applause.
Right, guys, am I right? Yes.
Tell me.
Brilliant, Kanye. Yeezy.
He thought the room was going to be like, Kanye.
Yeah, I mean, that boy's got a point. And he's like, what did he just say?
I like the way, like, I'll wait.
He's a talented musician. I just don't think he's that smart. And that's why he says this dumb shit all the time.
I think he's actually very smart. And I think that he knows, even to a certain level, that crazy shit is going to get him publicity.
No, it does that.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing.
Well, he knows that
yeah.
getting out and saying something controversial will get him, will get him attention.
Yep.
But he also seems to think that people are going to be with him.
Yes.
Like he's going to say these revolutionary things and turn people around.
No, you're right. And that's where, because Kanye's a cult.
Yeah.
And so Kanye has built a cult around himself. So what he thinks now, no matter what he says, people going to be like, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why he was talking that crazy shit in the White House. Dimensions and shit. Y'all know, and people in the whole room just looking. He thinks people like taking notes and like, mm-hmm. And meanwhile, people like, this Negro's crazy.
Even
Yeah.
Trump was like, I don't know what he's saying.
Trump was like, I made a mistake.
Well, he's like, well, the blacks love him, so they'll love me if I love him.
Mm-hmm. That's why Trump is always backing up rappers, because he thinks rappers are Pied Pipers and shit.
Yeah, Kodak, Lil Wayne, yeah.
Yeah. ASAP Rocky.
Yeah.
We got a free ASAP.
Even ASAP Rocky was in jail. Like, why? Leave me in. I don't want to go to this
Yeah,
shit.
exactly.
You know, the things that he has said, that he has said, needless to say, if a white person has said that, they'd be unemployed, canceled, they'd be on an island somewhere with a guru talking about they're reflecting, they're trying to be a better person. If a white person has said that, they'd be completely out. But if a black person has said that, such as a Candace Owen or a Larry Elder or anybody else of their conservative black ilk over there, we be saying that they're all kind of coons, Uncle Toms, sellouts. The difference is they ain't about to drop an album.
Yeah.
The difference is they're not doing shit that makes people happy and dance and party. You know, the difference is that they're not doing shit that just simply sounds cool when you talk about it. You know, to be hip and cool right now, you gotta talk about this shit over here. You want to be at the crowd. Hey, y'all heard about that? You know, room full of people. I heard about that new Kanye. You don't want to be that motherfucker like Kanye dropped a new album. What the f you been? You don't want to be that guy. Our girl. You know, further proving my point. So nobody's getting mad at Kanye about that shit. Kanye said that, and Kanye's still out there. Well, because y'all want to use the excuse. Well, y'all know he going through things. Y'all know he mentally ill. Well, that's the thing. That somebody come and get this.
Yeah, there was because I remember in the beginning it was a whole lot of like, well, his mom just died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, everybody want to make excuses for this. Either a couple of things that happen in here. Either he's conning y'all and he ain't crazy and he's not mentally ill, or at some point he's gonna be walking around with damn tissue boxes on his feet, roaming around his castle by himself, looking wild and looking hairy and everything.
As long as he's making money, he's going to have handlers around and keep him from doing that.
Yeah, because there's a lot of people who, and that's another thing. There's so much money to be made off of Kanye that people are making sure that he gets a pass on this. He's got the right PR people. He's got the right marketing team. And if they can keep that gravy train going, then they are not going to make sure. They are going to make sure he is never going to be a coon. They're going to make sure he's never going to be a sellout. They're going to make sure he's never going to be that insane or that mentally ill. They're never, they're always going to make sure the party keeps going.
Like, we know about these stories, but there's probably some other stuff he's done where his team has gone in and killed the story.
Yeah.
Like,
Paid off.
I got to the reporter and just said, like, listen, if you don't print this, if you don't file this, here's the perks we will give you.
Yeah.
Or here's a suitcase of money.
Yeah. I'm just saying, I'm not even putting this on Kanye. If he's mentally ill, then I feel bad. If he's conning people, well, shit, y'all buying it. To further prove my point about this false outrage out here, that house that he built on stage, turns out living in the house was Marilyn Manson. Oh, that's where he's been.
Oh,
I wonder.
What's his name?
I wonder if Marilyn Manson was paying rent the whole time. He got Marilyn Manson and the baby out there.
Right.
Now I'm not sitting up here saying anything about those guys either. Now Marilyn Manson, that's another case. That sounds a little wild because the baby said some homophobic things. Now, I can see him apologizing and coming back from that, but Marilyn Manson has a lot of sexual abuse allegations from him.
Right.
And Kanye, to show you how Kanye will do anything for publicity, he brings Marilyn Manson out of that goddamn house. Like Marilyn Manson been living in the neighborhood the whole time. Like they've been roommates.
New neighbor just moved in.
It makes it look like it's the Addams Family.
Notice that he brought Marilyn Manson out, and the big story is not Marilyn Manson living in Kanye's house. The big story is Kanye dropped an album. Some people are talking about this a little bit, but it's definitely being overshadowed by the album just dropped. Don't nobody give the baby. All that talk about the baby being canceled from music festivals out there. Nobody's really talking about that. All these sexual abuse allegations against Marilyn Manson. No one's really talking about that. When I say no one's talking about, I'm not even talking about the headlines of the news. I'm talking about y'all don't give a. Y'all were mad about women who were sitting up here talking about Marilyn Manson. Y'all listen to this album right now. Listen to some of Marilyn Manson's work on this shit. I'm not making comments on the artists themselves. I mean, that's another discussion for another time. That's not really my personal feelings. I'm just saying nobody seems to give a shit when they were torches and pitchforks before. As long as we get that album, because everybody wants that shit, because everybody wants to be cool, because nobody wants to say they didn't listen to the album. Everybody's willing to put all the sexual abuse and all the homophobia aside.
Yeah, it's funny that you say that. Kanye, when he put himself on fire, that was a bigger story. And whenever at the end, when he got with Kim Kardashian again,
oh yeah,
they kind of reunited. That
when
was
they
more
said
of a
they
story.
get back together, yeah,
that was more of a story than that.
Yeah. Oh my God, Kanye, okay?
Yeah.
He the one that struck the match. it goes back to saying, man. It goes back to that old saying. Because here's what listen. It's not like I'm taking this real personal because it goes to the old saying: don't hate the player, hate the game. And right now, I'm beginning to kind of admire the game. Because y'all are stupid out there for this, man. Nobody like Kanye and his team are such brilliant marketers, man. Kanye has built such a cult around himself that he's made himself a must-see event. Overshadowing any of the other controversies that are out there, like things that people were really taking seriously. He's such a must-see event that all that stuff, all that other stuff is cast aside so the spotlight can be on him. And that's pretty brilliant, man. I mean, it's sad in a way, but it's brilliant. Shit, to show you how much somebody, and they've been doing this. Whenever Kanye has a concert, let's see if I can find this. Here it is. Whenever Kanye has a concert or a listening party, somebody goes out there with a box full of Ziploc bags and is just capturing air.
Oh yeah, I saw this right about
so
this.
they can sell that air on eBay.
$60K,
For
right?
$3,000. Probably moved up.
$3,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, it probably moves up. Yeah, it probably went up to $60K. I don't know.
I think I read it went up to 60,000.
Yeah, that's got to be a cult.
But still, 3,000 for air.
$3,000 for air.
That is a cult.
That's
It's just stupidity. Yeah, it's just a lot of stupid people.
The second you open it, it escapes.
Yeah.
Well, that's why
But
you
they got that Kanye whiff.
No, my $3,000, no. It's still in there. It's still in there. Shit, I could just get a Ziploc bag and write Kanye in there.
of
Like, man,
course.
look, I got some air. Yeah, y'all.
We should start selling that in the new store, though. Double toasted air.
Nobody want our air.
You say that. You say that.
I'll take $5. You know what? I should do that just to see how much I air.
Let's do it.
The air from this room right now.
$25 each per
Shit, I'll
bag.
even fart in the bag real quick and see what
there
it
you
gives
go.
me for a
Corey's
little
farts.
bonus.
I'm gonna buy
Just
it.
say we can get $5. $5 for some air. I'm gonna put that on eBay just to see if we can get $5 for some air.
Somebody will buy
I
it.
think you're underselling.
I know.
You're underselling.
I think you're
I said, at least go at $25.
Okay, $25.
Thank you.
I'll put our air on eBay for $25 and see what happens. Y'all can brag about it. Hey, at least you got our air. At least, you know, I mean, now I'll make sure I when I mail it to you, I'll make sure that I tightly duct tape the bag so none of that air escapes. I'll double bag it.
You gotta show it. You gotta show it off. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Need pictures. The quality of that air.
You know, I'll admit, outrage, it does exist, but only when it's convenient. You know, this is a situation, all this outrage, if it's a friend, a team, a celebrity that you love, or if it's something that you really want, then that outrage don't mean shit. You know, we are very, very, I'm speaking for all of us. I'll put myself in there. We are very, very, very self-serving people, man. And anytime, that's why cancel culture was bullshit. Social movements online sometimes are bullshit. You're bullshit. I'm bullshit. You know, all this outrage and people talking about how much they care about humanity. All of it's kind of bullshit, man, till you just get what you want. So I don't want to hear any of this. I don't want to hear, you know, this until we can actually be fair about this outrage, and I'm not even talking about 100%, but until we can just, when it ain't so obvious, when Kanye ain't out there doing stupid shit and you still talking to me like, yeah, man, but you know, shit, man, I got to get that out, man. It's like, you ain't got to do a goddamn thing.